welcome back to the channel. It's me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. I hope you all are having an amazing meat-fueled day, and as always, I'd love to know how you all are doing on your carnivore journeys. Drop any updates down below in the comment section. Today, we are going to kick things off with a little joke. So, why did the taco start going to therapy? Well, because it had beef with its shell and couldn't let us go. Now, aside from my crummy jokes, today we are venturing into the carnivore paradise of tacos. Now, I know what you're thinking, tacos on a carnivore diet? Are you kidding me? Well, guess what? My recipe is completely clean, 100% carnivore, and it's also dairy-free. I am positive that you will love the way these flourless shells are made, and yes, I will actually be teaching you how to make soft and hard shell versions. So are you ready? Let's get started in 3, 2, 1.
The beef I'll be using today is chuck roast. Now, the chuck roast I usually get on sale for $5 a pound, so it's a great way to save money. And the fish I'll be using is Dover sole fillet. Any white fish will do. I'm using this because it was also on sale. And for our flourless, dairy-free tortillas, we will need some type of chicken meat. Any cut of chicken will do. I just had some chicken wings lying around in my fridge, so I'll just be using chicken wings for today. We will also be needing some chicken eggs, so have about 2 to 3 eggs for the tortilla recipe. And for our hard shells, we will just be using some cheese. It's a 1-ingredient recipe. Any cheese will do. And for toppings, I have some sour cream, and we will need some butter to cook with and grease our pan for the tortillas. For our Instant Pot, we want to start off with a saute. So right here, start. So I'm using an Instant Pot because it is hands down the easiest way to cook a big roast of beef and transform it into the most tender melt in your mouth meat. But you can also bake it in the oven at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. It's just going to take a bit longer. While we wait for the Instant Pot to get hot, let's prep for our chicken tortillas by cooking our chicken. Again, you can use any chicken meat. I'm just using whatever I have in the fridge, which is chicken party wings, and I'm just going to boil it for about 15 minutes. Now that the Instant Pot is ready, we're going to saute our chuck roast. Give it a nice good crispy sear before we pressure cook. I'm first going to drop about 2 tablespoons of butter to really bring that golden buttery flavor into this meat. I'm going to brown the butter for about 3 minutes on the saute setting, and then I'm going to drop in our fatty chuck roast. Give it a good sear on both sides. Once your chicken is fully cooked, and again, it doesn't matter what chicken you use or how you cook your chicken, we just need cooked through chicken meat. We're just going to take out our chicken from the water, and I'm actually going to save this fatty chicken broth by pouring it into our chuck roast. Obviously, you don't have to do this if you don't want. I just want to put this liquid in there so it can bring even more flavor to our roast meat. If you don't put the broth into the chuck roast pot, just make sure you put about 2 cups of water before you start the pressure cook. I will personally be pressure cooking this chuck roast, which is about 3 pounds of meat, for 50 minutes total, and I'm going to let the pressure naturally release. For our chicken tortillas, we will need a food processor, but you can also use a hand blender, smoothie blender, whatever that can mix up our ingredients very well. So we're going to need 2 whole chicken eggs to 1 full cup of chicken meat. Okay, so for every full cup of chicken meat, you will add 2 whole chicken eggs. So let's pour our full cup of chicken meat into the food processor and crack both of our eggs and start blending this mixture up. Now that we have our mixture ready to go, let's grease our pan with some butter. Of course, if you don't want to use butter, you can use any animal fat like tallow, pork lard, duck fat, whatever you would like, just to grease our pan. For the tortillas, take a look at the mixture right here. This is the consistency that we want to reach. So if your consistency is a bit thicker or sludgier, you can actually add some egg whites only to make it a little bit more liquid. This is the exact consistency that we want to give us that fluffy, bouncing tortilla. My technique is I take a spoonful, drop it into the pan, pan, then I just create light circles to slowly spread out the tortilla into a bigger, rounder circle. So you want to be very gentle and delicate so that we don't create holes in the raw tortilla mix. For bouncy, soft tortillas, we do want to cook on low heat. Yes, it's going to take longer, but it is so worth it because it actually tastes and mimics a tortilla texture and feel. So for me, cooking on low heat means cooking about 3 minutes per side for a really delicate, flourless, but similar tortilla texture. Now for our hard taco shells, we're just going to need one ingredient, and that is cheese. I'm going with some raw mozzarella cheese, and of course, since I will be cooking it, it will no longer be raw, but I really like this brand, and it is low salt, so this brand is great. Everything that I use, by the way, linked down below. I'm going to shred the cheese because we do need shredded cheese for the hard shell tacos, and then we're going to spread it out in large circles, basically how large you want your taco shells, circles of shredded cheese, okay, on some parchment paper and over a baking sheet because we will be baking it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for a total of 12 minutes. Also, Simba says hi. So by the way, for the cheese taco shells, it might take 10 minutes, it might take 12 minutes, it might take 14 minutes. It all depends on the type of cheese that you use, but you want it just hard enough, but yet soft enough where you can still mold it. That is why I have this funny looking cup setup right here. It's just 2 cups, put something long over the cups so that we can drape our cheese shells over the ladle / chopstick so that it naturally falls into a molded shape of a taco shell. I would let each of the cheese molds rest over the ladle or whatever you are hanging up on cups for about 3 minutes so that it can harden up and stay that shape. Now let's visit our beef meat. This is the chuck roast that I put in the Instant Pot after 50 minutes and I let the pressure naturally release. As you can see, the chuck roast is still in one piece and intact, but we want to manually pull it apart so it becomes shredded beef, perfect for tacos. Here's the finished product after manually shredding it up. It is so flavorful because we did that initial sear in browned butter, and I also poured in that chicken broth, so it is just packed with flavor. And by the way, I personally don't need any seasonings or salt to my carnivore meals because I just love the flavor of plain meat, especially when cooked well. But, of course, you can season and salt however you wish. If you like your taco seasoning or your pepper or your hot sauce, feel free to add that to the meats or at the very end as a condiment.
Speaking of seasonings and salt, if you are new to this carnivore lifestyle and you are experiencing any new adaptation symptoms like the following: headache, muscle cramping, fatigue, lower energy in the gym, it could just be a sign of an electrolyte imbalance. Something you can do to resolve these issues is to just salt your carnivore meals a little bit more generously. And if that doesn't do the trick, leaning on a high quality electrolyte supplement could really help. This is the one that I recommend. It is from the brand Element, spelled LMNT, and specifically this colored box labeled raw unflavored. Why? Because it has 0 stevia, 0 flavorings, just the 3 electrolytes our body needs. Here's what each of the packets look like. You just rip one open, pour it in whatever beverage you are drinking, mix it up, drink it down, and you are good to go. You all can get a free sample pack with any purchase if you go to the URL shown on the screen, drinklmnt.com/SBGAL. And it does include the raw unflavored as well. I've also linked it down below.
Now, let's quickly saute up our fish taco meat. I'm going to, again, use this Dover sole filet, honestly, just because it was on sale for $4.99 a pound. But you can use any white fish. White fish is most suitable for fish tacos. For this, I'll just be searing up in some butter for about 5 minutes. And as you can see, the finished product, I ended up also breaking it apart into shredded fish.
Oh my god. I've been waiting for the salt hard shells.
Hard shell and...
Well, I know you can make soft shells. We eat this every week, or I do at least.
Guess what this is made out of?
It's gotta be cheese.
Yes. Look at look at that. Literal tortillas. Clean sour cream. This is the best sour cream.
This is so good.
Is it?
This taco shell tastes better than the original.
No.
Yeah. No, really. I mean, this is a 10 out of 10. I mean, look at that thing. Do you see that thing? Here, I just show
Yeah,
you.
take it nice and close. Ooh, la 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 la. My taco, oh my god. Look at my taco.
Taco Tuesday, baby.
Oh my god. My soft shell is unreal. I'm just gonna do a plain to see how flavorful it is because this cheese has salt and I don't normally eat salt.
I like this
You
one.
wanna try it?
This one's better. Come on. You know this one's better.
Oh my god.
It's too good.
He doesn't like this soft shell as much as my hard shell, but today is extra.
Okay.
Ready? Big bite.
So good.
We can have taco night every day.
Yeah.
So quick review of the tortilla and tacos in general. I personally just fell in love with these soft shell tortillas. They were so good that I actually made it 2 nights in a row. So we had double taco night. It was just that good. And Steak and Butter Guy absolutely loved these crispy cheese hard shells. And yeah, it was absolutely delicious. So I really hope you guys like this recipe. If you try either or both, also Simba says hi, definitely please do tag me on all socials, especially Instagram. I'm most active on Instagram when I'm not on YouTube. So I hope to see you there at Steak and Butter Gal.
For those of you who want more help with meal prep and genius carnivore advice and guidance to fuel your health and weight loss journey, or just more like-minded friends to cheer you on, I encourage and welcome you all to join my community, the Steak and Butter Gang. We really pride ourselves on being a safe place for all of you to mingle, learn, and support each other. In the Steak and Butter Gang, I also host monthly 30-day carnivore challenges, and that's where you get all the magic. We have meetings all throughout the week where you can get troubleshooting and guidance from my amazing team of carnivore coaches. And I also invite on amazing carnivore doctors and experts every single week to answer member questions and speak on topics that are requested by the community. In this upcoming challenge, I will be bringing on Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Robert Kiltz, Dr. Tony Hampton, Coach Rebecca Heischman, and of course, our amazing Coach Raymond Nazon and Coach Emily Harvo. For more details and to directly join us for the challenge, just go to the URL shown on the screen, sbgmeetup.com, or check out the clickable links down below in the description box. That's it for now, guys. I will see you in the next video. SBG out.